The reason why I want to share my story is because I often feel misunderstood. If you ask me, my story is about happiness. But if you ask others, they probably say it's about sadness. It's all about perspective. The problem is, the people often don't hear what I say. They just don't listen, not really. If they did, they wouldn't feel so uncomfortable around me. So what is it that makes people so uncomfortable? There seems to be this rule that says once one is gone, you shouldn't talk about it anymore. You see, I have all these wonderful memories, all these moments of joy and happiness, all these memories I just can't let go of. And why should I? Just because a life ends doesn't mean all the wonderful memories are gone too. But whenever I tell my story, people only seem to hear the sad part. They focus on the end, and all of a sudden it's a taboo to talk about the good things. Talk about the fact that life has its ups and downs, and that it's okay. But just because there were these downs, doesn't mean there weren't ups. So how can it be that a life becomes a taboo just because of the way it ended? It's just one aspect and doesn't mean the rest becomes worthless. He still makes me laugh, you know. And I just love talking about the silly things he did. Whenever he loved, he couldn't help but laugh too, because it was so genuine. These are the things I want to tell you, and these are the things I want you to hear. But as I said, people unfortunately focus on the sadness. They come up with their own version of my story. That's something that I've learned. My story can be told in many different ways. Of course, it can be a story of sadness and loss. It can be a story of desperation and helplessness. It can be a story of watching someone you love losing the will to live. That's all part of it. But it's not all there is. For one, there are all these good memories that still bring me so much joy. There's this aspect of personal growth and dealing with impossible things. Though my story is also about friendship and being there for one another. There are countless ways of telling my story, but the one I like the best is the one with the happy ending. Because I am happy, and that's what I want you to hear.